Hey, what's up, gang? Welcome back to our Wassup Gang podcast, and thank you for staying with us. To those who just joined us, for your information, this Wassup Gang podcast is actually derived from the Wassup Gang webinar. It was introduced in 2021, and the ultimate aim is to call up all the alumni outside there who used to join any program under Ministry of Youth and Sport to come here to share their opinion and to give some tips to the youth outside there if they want to join any program under Ministry of Youth and Sport. And today with me, I have Sumanda Sabah, mana kau mau cari. You want to continue?
Semua lawa-lawa.
Yes, you are lawa. You are so
Thank
beautiful.
you so much.
I'm happy to see you today. Alright, today with me, Joey. Joey, go.
Yes.
You used to join one of the program under KBS, Ministry of Youth. What is that?
Fellow Perdana.
Fellow Perdana. Alright guys, before that, if you want to know more about our program under Ministry of Youth and Sport, don't forget to follow our social media through JBSN Negara, belia.my, UIP JBSN, and also of course our official website kbs.gov.my. Alright Joey, why not you try to introduce, not try, you have to introduce yourself to the viewers today.
Okay. Hey, what's up, gang? This is Joey, Batch 10 Fellow Perdana to the Ministers in the Prime Minister's Department, Sabah and Sarawak Affairs. It's my first podcast and I'm excited to be here.
Of course. Alright, Joey. When I look at you just now, it triggers something in my head. You look like, you know, right?
I think I know what you're saying.
Yes. So, is someone say that you look like a celebrity in Malaysia?
I have gotten a few. Malaysia and international.
International. Okay, we don't go for Malaysia yet. We go for international. Who is that?
Constance Wu, Crazy Rich Asian.
Oh,
if you've heard of her.
Oh, I watched that Crazy Rich Asian film, and you look very classy like that person as well.
Thank
very
you so
classy.
much.
And for how about Malaysian?
Jananik.
All right. You look very elegant. So now I feel so nervous to talk to you. Okay. Anyway, you joined Fellow Perdana. So I guess not many people or Malaysian or youth know what is Fellow Perdana. So can you please tell us what is Fellow Perdana?
Right. So Fellow Perdana is a leadership program in the country for youths who wants to experience policy making in the highest governance.
Policy making.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we do is we get attached to ministers, cabinet ministers in the federal government.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't think a lot of the youth in the country who would have experience in this. So I think it's a unique experience on its own.
It's truly a unique experience. So you attached with the Ministry of...
I was in the Prime Minister's Department, Sabah and Sarawak Affairs.
Wow, that's good.
Yes. I was attached to Datuk Seri Panglima Maximus Johnny T. Ongkili, Sabahan Minister.
Straight away.
Yes.
So every day you meet him. I mean attached, work
Yes.
together. Okay.
So I am parked under his minister office.
I see.
Yeah.
So what is your daily routine as a Fellow Perdana? What are you doing?
Depends on the seasons of the office.
Okay.
So sometimes we do the day-to-day is obviously we go to office and we talk to the people in the office and see what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when I joined, it was a lot of going to Parliament, assisting the Parliament officers.
Okay, one of my dream to go to Parliament, but I yet to go there. So can you please tell us the ambient in the Parliament back then? During your attachment as a Fellow Perdana.
That was my first time in Parliament as well.
Okay.
And the experience was so enriching because Parliament, if you have seen the Parliament, the Dewan Rakyat, it's so hectic. Everything moves so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really like that in the Parliament. So a lot of running around, a lot of sending documents here and there. Yeah.
So are you trying to say that as a Fellow Perdana, you also have to equip yourself with all the information, all the knowledge. You have to keep up with everything so fast, right?
Yes, it's a very steep learning curve, and I'm
Okay.
great that I came from a policy research background.
Okay.
So I have passion in policy making and national building.
I see. If you are okay, can you tell the audience, the viewers outside there, your background, a little bit your educational background.
Right. So I I have a bachelor degree in psychology
I see. Ah,
Yes.
interesting. From which university?
from Help University.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so, but I knew I wasn't going to practice
I see.
clinically
Okay.
because I thought I wanted to make a greater impact.
Okay.
So I thought policy research and politics psychology was the way for me to make the impact that I want to.
Okay.
That's when I was lucky enough to join the Center think tank.
Okay.
So that's when I broke into policy research.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Excuse me. And correct me if I'm wrong. So since you say that you work with the Ministry of attached to the Sabah and Sarawak just now, right? So you are based in Putrajaya or based in Sabah or Sarawak?
We're based in Putrajaya
Okay.
because the federal office is in Putrajaya,
Okay.
but the office does have a cawangan or a branch in Sabah and Sarawak.
Okay.
And sometimes when my ministers go back, we'll have to follow as well. So I was flying back home.
Initially, before like previous time during your study time, it's very hard for you to go back,
Yeah.
because money matters, of course, But now joining Fellow Perdana, not taking this kind, how to say, not take this thing as a grant, not taking for granted, I might say. But this one kind of opportunity for you, right?
Yeah, it was
To
a
go
great
back to your
opportunity. Yeah, to go back to my family, to visit Sabah in a way that I never visited before. So to go into Sabah and to see all the grassroots initiatives that the ministry was pushing at the time, see all the groundwork of different programs that was set up in Sabah.
Alright,
Yeah.
that is beautiful. So what the gist you get from that visitation?
Right. So my minister's constituency is in Kota Marudu.
Okay.
Yes. So the constituency visit to Kota Marudu was an experience for me because despite being a Sabahan, I have not been there before that. So it was
So
eye-opening.
before that, you in Sabah, which district you are staying?
Kota Kinabalu.
Kota Kinabalu.
Yes.
So that's Marudu is far from.
It's a 2 hours ride from the city. Yeah.
Alright, okay, continue your story. Okay.
Right. So I have seen Sabah in a way that I have not before, which is my first visit to Kota Marudu with my minister. And to interact with the locals and the rural, because Kota Marudu is one of the poorest district in
I
Sabah.
see, okay.
Yes. So to interact with the people and really hear from them and understand their needs was so eye-opening for me because previously I had no interaction. I have no knowledge on what they were going through.
Okay, what are the things that change your perception, your life? Or maybe is there anything that really, changed you 360 degree?
I would say Fellow Perdana program has changed me, changed my career trajectory because it exposed me to so many different kinds of people and so many different levels of policy making. So when I was doing policy research, it was a lot more on the back end and a lot of groundwork research, reading on papers, strategizing the policy itself. But when I was attached to my minister and being in the federal government, I got the whole gist of national building, how to implement policy and what are the challenges that come with it. So it's a 360 experience of policy making and very hands-on, and it has prepared me for my future career. I would say
Alright.
I'm set.
All right. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm coughing. I'm sorry.
No worries.
And somehow I'm quite nervous to meet you because, again, you are what we call it as a Miss World material for Malaysia, I guess. Yeah. Why not? After this, you can join. Miss World. Just saying because you're beautiful. Anyway,
you.
Youth outside, sometimes they do not know or they miss about all those information about Fellow Perdana or maybe corporate fellow. And if you have a chance to share to the viewers where they should update themselves about the Fellow Perdana.
Right. So I got to know the program because I saw the advertisement on the KBS social media.
Okay, I want to remind again to all of you who really interest to join Fellow Perdana or any program under Ministry of Youth and Sports. You please follow our social media. One of it is JBSN Negara and belia.my, UIP JBSN, of course our official website kbs.gov.my. So you know all of this program under this kind of platform, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you please tell us further after that what did you do?
The application opens around April.
Okay.
And then you will have to go through the website to submit relevant materials, your CVs. I think during my time they required me to write an essay.
I see.
Yes,
Okay.
500-word essay. Nothing.
500 words, not that much, right?
Yeah, it's no big deal. It was about Undi 18 because that time we just have launched the policy.
Okay.
And then afterwards, you would just, if you're selected, then you would just get a call that you've been scheduled an interview. I think my batch was the first batch which started to have one more additional layer of selection. So that was a psychometric test.
I see.
Yeah.
So what are the criteria for youth to join Fellow Perdana?
I think the age that you can join Perdana Fellow is 18 to 29, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. 18 until 30, I guess.
Yeah.
Youth age until 30 in Malaysia, right?
I
Okay.
hope so. Yeah. Yes.
But for sure, I'm no longer a youth, although I look like youth.
Surprising.
Why? I look young, right?
Yes.
Or you wanted to look older?
I think anyone will try to look young
Yeah,
this
of
day
course,
and age.
of
Yes.
course. It's okay, now we have a lot of injection. We can go for that. Okay, yes, Joey, then what is the other criteria?
Age, I don't think there's any more criteria. If you have passion in national building, policy making, or you just want to know what's going on behind the scene in the government sector, you can just try your luck.
In Malaysia, youth in Malaysia, they are so scared with one thing, English proficiency.
Right.
So if those who do not have good command in English, so can they join?
Why not?
Right.
It's a multilingual country. And I think because in federal government you meet so many different kinds of people, and all of them come from different backgrounds. You're gonna learn so many things.
Okay, tell them now, come and join. Don't scared.
Yes,
Tell them
don't
now.
be scared. You don't have to speak English. In fact, there was a lot of BM, and I brushed up my Bahasa Malaysia actually when I was in the government, because all the communications, all the official communications was in Bahasa Malaysia. Yeah.
Simple English also acceptable, right? You do not need to have a very, extraordinary English for you to join this kind of program.
No, you
With some
don't.
people, they think that, I need to have, for example, you try to ask me, how are you today?
How are you today?
We're supposed to say, I'm okay, right? But some people, they might think that they need to answer something like, today I feel supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which is no need, right? You do not need, no need. So
You
don't scared.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
There's no minimal English required. I mean, I have faith in Malaysians' education system. We all speak English.
True.
And it can get by.
All right, Joey. If you want to join Perdana Fellow or Fellow Perdana, do you need to be a serious person? Let's say if funky and cheeky person, can they join? Is the personality does matter?
I don't think so, because in my batch we have a lot of personalities, fun personalities. I might not be the one of them, but I do have my quirky side. I don't think personality matters. It matters what you're interested in, your passion. And I think because my batch has the psychometric test, it sorts you out based on different traits. So leadership, your teamwork ability and whatnot. If you're selected, then you will be able to meet different personalities with the same interests. Yes.
Joey, if you can see to the screen over there, all right. So that's a question from someone. I don't want to mention the name because it's very difficult to pronounce the name. Okay, but I try to now. Ogra from Ogra. Ogra asks you. Okay. I read from here because I have a short eyesight.
Oh.
Okay, I read from here. All right. What are the opportunities you gain from Fellow Perdana or Perdana Fellow? What opportunities? Besides, you can go back to your hometown. Besides, you meet up with the community. What else you gain?
So, to correct you, I just so happen to be Sabahan in the Sabahan ministry. So,
Okay.
it's lucky for me to, get the opportunity to go back home. But
Okay.
you don't necessarily will be attached to a minister from your location. So,
Okay. By
Yeah.
the way, if you want to drink, there's a water.
Oh, yes.
I know you feel thirsty, right? This coffee quite strong.
I like it black.
You like?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, continue your opportunities. What are the opportunities to gain?
Right. So,
gain.
I think it's a overall opportunity it's endless because you get to meet so many different levels of. Well, you're in the minister's office.
Okay.
First of all,
Okay.
it's the highest governance in the country. I don't think without the program, any youths will have such an intimate chance to be with the minister and to understand what's behind the policy making scene, and you also get to have a pool of talents from your own batch. They are community leaders, they are student leaders, they are just overall overseas graduates as well. So it's the friendships that you can form in Perdana Fellow is also very, very, very good, in my opinion.
We cannot get anywhere, right?
Yeah, which you can't really find anywhere
Okay,
else.
I know. They also would like to ask. You do not need to mention about the cost or whatnot. Okay. Do you guys receive a salary?
Yeah, we do actually.
Yes. So don't scared to join because you will be paid. Of course, the salary, the wages, right?
Yeah.
I think that is the ultimate thing that people want to know.
Right.
Okay. Second, okay, after joining Fellow Perdana of Perdana Fellow, okay, do you stop there or there is another continuation or continuity based on that program?
Right. People think it stops there.
Okay.
The truth is, it's ever so like there's a continuation to it. So there is an association called the Perdana Fellow Alumni Association, PFAA. So if you're a Perdana Fellow, after you complete your fellowship, you're automatically a member of PFAA. So in PFAA, they do a lot of exclusive engagement with leaders from different sectors. So you get private sectors, you get public sectors, you get, even overseas speakers to come and engage with the fellows. And from there, you also get to meet fellows from different batches.
Okay.
So most of my seniors have gone to become even cabinet ministers. They have gone to become CEOs and whatnot. So being in Perdana Fellow Alumni Association is a big network itself.
I really interested with your story because why? During my time, I don't know about this kind of program. So after my age, almost at the end of the youth age, then I know about this program, Fellow Perdana, or corporate fellow corporate and things like that. So I feel a little bit, I feel regret for not joining this kind of program. So I'm so envy because from your story just now, I learned that after joining Perdana Fellow, okay, the network is quite strong.
Yes.
So you guys know each other. So let's say if there's any job opportunity or whatnot, so you guys will be called up, right?
Yes, definitely. We are a very cohesive bunch.
Okay.
We communicate to each other a lot. I think if you're in the Fellow Perdana Alumni Association,
Okay.
we also have a few flagship programs. So Youth Economic Forum and climate sustainability and stuff. So we try to organize these things. So to keep 10 batches of fellow engaged. Yeah, even after the fellowship program. So
In terms of intellectual, I can sense that you are highly intellectual. The way you communicate, the way you talk, the knowledge.
Thank you.
Does it groom by joining this kind of program?
I think part of it does because it really teaches you, it really forces you to adopt the same professionalism that you see on TV in Dewan Rakyat, and just by observing your minister and how they engage with public and how they do public speaking itself. Yes, because previously I don't think I would have the same confidence to talk on camera like this. But after joining, after observing how people around me just, carry on these kind of conversations in front of camera and be confident, that's what I picked up after joining the program.
That is what we call as a personal development, right? So confidence level, communication skill. All right. So how do you learn on manage conflict? I mean, like, okay, of course, we have inner conflict, right? Maybe the job that you receive, maybe you don't know at first how to do it, but how you cope up with that? How you force yourself to learn something new?
How do I force myself to learn something new and manage conflict?
Yes.
I think
manage your self-conflict.
Self-conflict.
Yeah.
So how do I go past my self-conflict
Yes.
to present myself in the best way?
True.
Okay. I think it has a lot to do with knowing what you can provide for your audience and knowing where you come from and your experience. So really leveraging on that and to just let go of the outcome.
All right.
So if your heart's in the right place and you come today, like me today, I just come and I just want to share about my experience and encourage people to join the program. That's the goal I'm going for. I'm not looking, I'm not so conflicted over what's going to happen after this.
All right.
So yeah.
Alright, Joey, just now you said that we also discussed wawancara wanita hari ini. We also discussed that after joining Perdana Fellow, or Fellow Perdana, it's not stopped there because there are another continuation of that. Okay, so now can you please tell the audience, our viewers, now what are you doing?
I'm here with you. But right now I am in public affairs and government relation consultancy.
Okay. What do you do?
I help industry to communicate with the government, and from then on provide strategies for the industry on how to navigate the regulatory grounds of Malaysia.
So dream comes true.
Yes.
Because initially from the psychology, and then you want to go into the political psychology, and then you under Fellow Perdana or Perdana Fellow, and then now after that you are work under the public affairs, government relations.
Yes.
Also related to the policy.
Yes.
So dreams comes true, right?
Yes. And it wouldn't happen if I hadn't joined the program.
What is your feeling right now?
I feel
as if like mission accomplished. So what is your feeling?
Mission accomplished, but it's only the start for me.
Okay.
I think the program has put me on a spot where I can leverage on my own skills and my knowledge. And right now for me is application, applied my knowledge onto the field itself. So I can confidently say after joining the program right now, I have the skills to make an actual impact.
I see. I'm impressed with you. Okay,
Thank you.
Joey. Another question is that because it's keep coming in my head right now, because I also have friends also joining Fellow Perdana of Perdana Fellow that you mentioned just now. Yeah, and then after that she is straight away attached with another minister after that.
Oh yes.
So does it happen like that way?
Yeah. It's quite normal for your ministers to absorb you into the office.
Okay.
Even my batch, we have a few that stayed on to become the ministerial officers in the ministry itself because their minister liked them so much and they really, really performed during their fellowship. Yeah.
Okay, Joey, what is okay now? We go to a little bit, not really serious discussion. Okay, so what is the most memory when you join Fellow Perdana? Maybe you guys among your batch meet up and then laugh together, or maybe any activities among you guys that you have done.
Yes, a lot. In fact, I think a really large part of Fellow Perdana is to be proactive
Okay.
in how you want the outcome of your fellowship to be.
Okay.
So for my batch, we have our own committee, and I'm in a committee, so I have a say on how I want to curate my own experience.
Okay.
So what we came up with was actually to have regular meetups, because in Putrajaya, it's like a playground.
Okay.
You got different ministries and different fellows here and there.
Okay.
So we thought of, why not batch 10 fellows have a tour of the whole Putrajaya. So that's what we did. So
Okay.
1 week we'll have, 1 week we'll be in Ministry of Education, where we talk to the minister, and we also, sometimes we will come to KBS, and just the minister will be there.
Okay.
So it's like a very intimate conversation with minister himself.
Okay.
So I think, we have also set up a few events.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So now, as youth, of course, we need more entertainment. We need more leisure. Okay. So you have to correct the information. I mean, like to correct the maybe wrong information to youth outside there. If you join Fellow Perdana, you have to be very serious. You have no time for karaoke, no time for theatre. Is that true?
It is not.
Okay.
I think back in my time, we had a bowling session with one of the
nice.
ministers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. And we also, just get together. We go to the McDonald's in Precinct 2. We always just chill around the lakeside, catch up with the fellows and whatnot. Yeah.
Because just to relieve, right? Because in the
Yeah.
office, you have to be like, this is my character in the office.
Yes.
But outside the office work, and you want to be yourself, right? You chill out and things like that.
It's be, just that's where you form friendships outside of the office.
I saw you bring books today. So
Yes.
what is interesting about this book? Because you bring it together with you. Well, something that you bring together with you, of course, that is something special. So what is all about?
This is a book that is quite special to me, because
Maybe you
this
can show
is
to the camera. Okay.
So this book is quite special to me, because this is a book. This is my minister's book. I would say it's like a ministry report card, sort of, that
Okay.
details what my ministry does, essentially. So a little bit of background. Prime Minister's Department, Sabah Sarawak Affairs, focuses a lot on championing the MA63 issues.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes. So a lot of, it's purely East Malaysian centric politics, really. So this book has that, and also my face.
I want to see your face, of course.
I think it's
I want
page
to see your
79.
face.
I'm not sure if I can show to the camera, but that's
Oh,
me.
you are the wearing what, the Sumanda outfit, or I'm wrong?
Yes, this is the Murut
Murut,
traditional
I see.
costume.
Okay.
I wore this for one of the Prime Minister's Department event.
Can I have a look? It's quite beautiful anyway.
I had
like
to-
the beading. I think the beading is very difficult.
Yes, it's very
to do.
unique to the Murut culture, actually.
Okay. So why you wear this one? Because you have a lot of ethnicity in your country or in your
Yes.
state, but why this one? Why you choose this Murut outfit?
Because I didn't bring the Kadazan outfit with me. I wore this during one of the Merdeka shoot
I see.
last year.
Okay.
So I had to wear this and recite a pantun.
Mm-hmm.
We were creating a video shoot for the whole Malaysian, for the whole JPM Merdeka promotion effort. Yeah.
Okay. Joey, if you don't mind to share with us one of the untold story that you never speak up to people before when you join Fellow Perdana.
When I joined Fellow Perdana,
Maybe among the fellowen, among the fellows, you guys fall in love to each other or whatnot.
spicy.
Maybe.
Such opportunity exists.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
think, some of the fellows eventually went on to become, boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's
In-
normal, right? I think that is okay. It's common.
It comes from, it's a good ground to meet people with similar interests, to have people with, I had some very great discussions on politics, which I cannot get from outside.
True.
Yes. So it's not surprising that people, found someone that, I can connect to.
True.
Yes, that didn't happen to me though, unfortunately.
Because sometimes people might think that they know much, like as if like sembang kedai kopi, talk about this, talk about that. They just receive a piece of information, but the way they elaborated the information, as if like they know many things. But the moment you mingle with the right person, it is whatever they have or whatever they know is totally different, totally wrong. So I believe that as someone who used to join Fellow Perdana, what else you want to tell to the youth outside if they want to be the moral agent for the next generation? Okay, what is your call for them?
I think the youth in Malaysia faces a lot of challenges. It's unemployment, the rising living cost, and access to quality education in a way. And I think because right now the youth, I think there was a survey done that says by 2023, majority of voters in Malaysia will be the youth. So, but at the same time, there's a poll done by Merdeka survey that says 2/3 of youth are not interested in politics. So I think we have the power right now to be the change maker of our future as a youth. But there's a knowledge gap in the youth to create meaningful changes in the future that we want. So my advice to the youth today is really just maximize your youth, maximize your potential, go and realize that you have the agency to change whatever you want to change, be the driving force of that change. So by doing that, I think just read up on recent news and be informed, be politically literate and informed of the country. And these are all like big ideas, right? I mean, for someone who's not really interested in politics and like policy, sounds like a big idea. Don't know where to start. So just by reading the news,
So I guess they have to be bold enough to change, right? We have to be bold to change. Change meaning to say that we have to get out from our comfort zone,
You have to get interested in changing.
Changing, yes.
It doesn't have to be, you don't have to go protest, you don't have to go be vocal. I mean, you can be vocal, it's encouraged. But
we can be vocal, but then you have to know, the limit,
Yes.
know. Of course, we have the freedom of speech and freedom of expression, but we have to make sure that when we want to say something, you must have facts. Don't
Yes.
simply say.
So be data driven.
Yes, data-driven,
And
true.
be well read.
Yes.
And be pragmatic in your approach to talk about change.
Factual.
Yes.
Not emotional, right? Because
Yes.
I realize many people nowadays, when they want to say something, they inject the element of emotional feeling, which is not good actually. At the end of the day, we not have a constructive discussion.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
quite divisive if you put too much emotions into it. But emotion itself can be a good thing because it allows people to connect. But what goes beyond that?
Yes.
Yeah.
podcast. Joey, thank you so much for your time, and I'm really happy to have you today, and I hope that youth outside there will get something good from our discussion podcast today. Alright, okay, Joey, thank you very much for coming. Alright,
Thanks for having me
to
here.
the viewers, thank you for being with us, and catch up with you soon. Bye.